we've all heard of the freshman 15, and with Cara Rosenbloom here, we're going to talk about that. She is a registered dietitian. Now, Cara, is 15 accurate?
It's actually a bit of an exaggeration. Researchers are looking at it, and they're now finding that about 5 pounds is the right amount of weight gain for women, and about 6 or 7 pounds for men is what they're usually seeing. There are some studies published recently out of the University of Guelph, and that's what they're finding. But it's key to remember that no weight gain is really necessary at all.
So what's the problem? Why are students gaining this in the first year of college and university?
There are a couple of reasons. One can just be being away from home for the first time. Some people eat in response to anxiety or nervousness, maybe even homesickness, but more often than not, it's the food choices they're making. So some college students will choose more fast foods. They're obviously eating more in cafeterias and buffet-style dinners.
And I noticed this right over here.
Exactly. One of the keys are beverages. Yeah. And it could be anything from pop and juice to the alcoholic beverages that students are consuming. And a lot of people forget that there's calories in these beverages as well. You're looking at 100 calories for each bottle of beer or a glass of wine, and up to 500 calories in sweetened drinks. So the calories add up really quickly. Pair that with the fact that students are often on different schedules. They're up late. They might be late for class, so they will skip a meal, running to get to their class on time. And all of these things add up to a food intake pattern that's not going to help them.
Because they're going to gorge later in the day and probably not make the best choices. You brought an array of food. How can students make the right choices?
There are many things they can do. One of the key things for students to do is to eat breakfast in the morning. And schedules might be erratic, so breakfast does not have to be at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. It could be at noon if that's when they wake up. But breakfast is key. It helps get energy going in the morning, and it also helps with memory and concentration. So students who want to get good grades will need those skills. So starting off something like a cereal and milk or a yogurt parfait is a great way to start the day.
Protein too, right?
Protein is key. A lot of students will choose high-carb options, so things like bagels or pasta, and they forget that in order to keep sustained energy throughout the day, they want to pair those carbohydrates with protein foods, things like chicken, fish, beans, cheese, and pairing their carbs and protein will help keep their energy stable.
You brought some other foods here. Why don't you tell us what that's all about?
Students will also want to keep snacks with them throughout the day. 2 reasons. One, it'll stop them from stopping at a vending machine or in a convenience store
and save the money.
And save the money, and that's number 2. So they're going to make better choices if they carry fruit with them, or take something like a whole grain granola bar, or even something as simple as trail mix, nuts and dried fruit will help them a lot.
I noticed that you brought a salad, and we were talking earlier about the fact that, we tend to go as students to fast food outlets, and you think, okay, I'm going to get a salad because that's a wise choice. But not always the case.
It can be a wise choice depending on what you choose. So the salad itself is great. You're chock full of vegetables. Studies show that up to 70% of students do not eat enough fruits and vegetables. So salad's always a great choice. The problem is not in the vegetables. They're great. This is probably about 100 calories of vegetables. The problem comes in what you top it with. So something like a packet of salad dressing will add 300 calories. So your total is about 400 calories. And only a little bit of that is from the healthy vegetables.
So take a tablespoon of that only?
Exactly. You don't need to use the whole packet. And the other thing to watch out for is the toppings. Some of the crispy, dried noodles that they use are not the best choice, but something like a sliced chicken breast would be it would bring the protein back in.
Or
as
some
we were
almonds.
talking. Almonds are a great choice
Okay,
too.
just quickly, we've talked about fat and calories. What else should students think about when they make their food choices?
A key is portion size. Portion size is really important. A lot of restaurant foods that we eat, they dictate how much we're going to eat by putting the food on our plate. Doesn't mean we have to finish the plate. Students can bring leftovers with them home, have the rest of it tomorrow. Portion is key. It's not always what we eat, but how much we eat that can matter for weight control.
I always go by the rule of just cut everything in half. All right. Cara Rosenbloom is a registered dietitian with words to eat by. Thanks so much for coming. We have all your entertainment news straight ahead. Was Paul McCartney's